My Spiritual Journey by Era Zasher. Episode 1. My Spiritual Awakening. My spiritual journey began in the summer of 2012. And that is quite a long time ago at this point, and a lot has happened. So much so that it is not even vaguely possible for me to fit it all into a video series. So rather, the reason I'm recording this video series is to actually reveal myself, to unveil myself, to stop hiding and to stop pretending that I'm somebody that I'm not. Because the person that I have become is so different from the person that I was. This journey has been completely life-altering. So, let's begin with my spiritual awakening. It began in the summer of 2012, which is perhaps the most trying time of my life. I had just wrapped up a period of challenges that included infertility issues. I was married then. We had bought a house that was in need of being completely redone, had started reconstruction, had to take over the project because of mismanagement. Essentially, in order to make it all work, I wound up doing the equivalent of 3 full-time jobs. And then to wrap it all up, we needed to basically sell the house to make it work monetarily because we bought at the peak of the market. And the whole experience was quite traumatic. I was absolutely miserable, and I felt the call to divorce, but did not know whether that feeling was me just sort of copping out, or if there was something that really called for me to divorce. And it wasn't until after the house was sold that I finally had enough time to devote to myself and to look inwards and to really see what was going on. So what I did was I went to a 5-day workshop at the Esalen Institute, which is located on a cliff overlooking the Pacific Ocean in Big Sur, California. And I went there to a workshop that I believe was entitled something along the lines of Intelligent Risk-Taking, but actually wound up being more along the lines of emotional connection. And so the other participants in the workshop, I got to know them very, very well over those days. And towards the end of the workshop, I was really inspired by one of the people there who had taken a habit of going to the cliff and staring out into the ocean and just listening to what the ocean had to tell her. And I was at the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to make of this. I need help. I'll take anything. So I'll give this a shot. Why not? And I went to the cliff and I looked out and I looked at the ocean. I'm like, please just give me a sign. I need your help, basically. And I wound up having a vision. And this vision was very strange. It was a vision of a drawing, a yellow drawing of a blonde woman on a white background. And it was so stark that it was the equivalent of yellow mustard on a white plate. And upon experiencing that, which is very unlike me at that point, I was like, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what to make of this. Maybe I'm having heat stroke, not sure. But anyway, the evening session is starting soon, so I'll go and join. And when I joined in for the evening session, I discovered that the evening session was a tarot reading. And each person was to draw 5 cards and read from the tarot book. And I believe it was the first or second person who drew the cards, drew a card that had the drawing that I had in the vision on the card. And I'm like, whoa, okay, so this card is meaningful, and why do I know that I'm going to draw that card myself when it's my turn? So I'm like, okay, and I was listening very attentively to what people were reading in their tarot reading, and I noticed that the stories, the narratives that they were reading from the book made perfect sense for their life and only for their life, not for anyone else in the room. And it made perfect sense in each case. And so I was one of the last people to go. And sure enough, I drew that card that had the drawing on it. And sure enough, the drawing of the cards and what I was reading from the book accurately explained what I had experienced, what I was experiencing, and what I needed to do in order to resolve the situation. And I was blown away because I had been agnostic. I was like, I need proof, I need evidence, I'm scientific. And here was evidence, stark evidence, that was quite convincing that there is a higher order of intelligence which is aware and is communicating with me. That changes everything. And what it's suggested for me to do is to heal the wound that I was experiencing and to go forth on my journey. And that's what I did. I wound up divorcing, moving from Northern California to Southern California, and beginning a journey that has gone now for well over 10 years. It's taken me around the world, has taken me through so many challenges and experiences and mind-blowing insights and discoveries that I've gone from being an agnostic to someone who is entirely aware and knowing that I, like you and everything else we encounter, is an aspect of God. And not only that, but I've come to even remember large portions of how we design this, what the intention is, how things work, what it means to be human, what this universe is, how we created it, and for what purpose, what we're doing here, what is the current point of transition, where are we going? All these things have been shown to me, and I'm just getting started. And that's one of the most amazing things for me. So, it is my honor and privilege to share my spiritual journey with you, in large part to reveal the truth of my being, and perhaps to help you see the truth of your being. In the meantime, I wish you many blessings and a beautiful rest of your day.